Good day to all of you. Myself, Dr. Arvind Sharma, Associate Professor in Physics, Government Dogar College, Bikaner. Today we are continuing the topic laws in free space. A different approach for this article, free space laws. In telecommunication, free space path laws is laws in signal strength. That means signal strength laws of electromagnetic wave is known as free space path laws if path is free. That would result from line of sight path through the space. Free space usually we are taking for free space air with no obstacles nearby to cause reflection or diffraction, because obstacle can do reflection or diffraction. It does not include factors such that gain of the antennas used in transmitter and receiver. That means in this formula we does not include the gains of transmitter and receiver antennas, nor any loss associated with hardware imperfections. We are ignoring the hardware imperfections also. A discussion of these losses may be found in the article of link buzzard. If you want to learn about these losses, then the article of link buzzard is given or we discuss in next lectures. Here is the propagation of electromagnetic waves shown. You all are familiar with this. Blue line Ex electric field, perpendicular red line Hy magnetic field, and Pz, that is direction of propagation of electromagnetic wave energy, P with velocity. Okay, here this is the for magnetic field and blue line for electric field. Okay, wavelength. Now, free space path loss formula, that is we already done in last article, so we quickly go through it. Free space path loss is proportional to square of the distance between transmitter and receiver antenna, proportional to square of the frequency, that means inversely proportional to square of wavelength for any type of wireless communication. Signal disperses with distance, therefore an antenna with a fixed area will receive less signal power the further it is from the transmitting antenna. For satellite communication, this is the primary mode of signal loss. Even if no other source of attenuation or impairment are assumed, the transmitted signal attenuates over distance because the signal is being spread over a larger and larger area. This form of attenuation is known as free space loss, which can be expressed in terms of ratio of radiated power to the power received by the in decimals by taking 10 times the log of that ratio. For the ideal isotropic antenna, we know that isotropic antenna for free space path loss, if we are taking, then free space path loss Pt upon Pr is given by 4 pi d upon lambda square equal to 4 pi md upon c square. We go through this formula already. This equation is only accurate in far field where spherical spreading can be assumed. It does not hold close to the transmitter. Okay. In decimals, if we want to convert in decimals, then L dB equal to 10 log Pt upon Pr equal to Pt upon Pr equal to 4 pi d upon lambda square. So 2 is here, from here 2 is here coming, then that means 10 becomes 20 log this, and now FSPL dB equal to 10 log 10 4 pi df upon c square. Again this square we are taking here, That means we are just converting the wavelength into frequency, and again back to this is 20. Now 20 log 10 D, 20 log 10 D, this is D, plus 20 log 10 F, this is F, and 20 log 10 4 pi upon C. Three parts is there, and this becomes, this is constant 4 pi upon C, only variable D and F. For other antennas, we must take into account the gain of the antenna, okay, which yields the following free space loss equation. That means for other antennas, we must take into account the gain of the antenna, okay, which yields the following free space loss equation. Pt upon Pr equal to 4 pi square d square upon Zr Zt lambda square equal to lambda d square upon Ar equal to Cd square upon F square Ar, where Zt gain of transmitting antenna, Zt gain of Z for gain of transmitting antenna, Zr gain of receiving antenna, At effective area of transmitting antenna, and Ar effective area of receiving. The third fraction is derived from the second fraction using the relationship between antenna gain and the effective, okay, and the effective area. We can recast the loss equation as 20 log lambda plus 20 log d minus 10 log AF AT AR. So this equation becomes equal to minus 20 log d F log d, 20 log d minus 10 log AT AR plus 169.65 for d. Thus for same antenna dimensions and separation, longer the carrier wavelength, lower the carrier frequency, the higher is the free space path loss. It is interesting to compare equations. Equations indicates that as the frequency increases, free space path loss also increases, which would suggest that at higher frequencies losses becomes more burdensome. Okay, at higher frequencies loss becomes more burdensome. However, equation shows that we can easily compensate for this increased loss with antenna gain. In fact, there is a net gain at higher frequency. Other factors remaining constant. Equations show that at a fixed distance, an increase in frequency results in an increased loss measured by 20 log F. However, if we take into account antenna gain and fixed antenna area, then the change in loss is measured by minus 20 log F. That is, there is actually a decrease in loss at high frequency. Okay. Now we are taking second article that is taken from Wikipedia. In Wikipedia, you are not you don't rely on the contents given in Wikipedia, because it can be changed by anyone. So if you know about the contents reliability, then that can be used. Here I am only explaining the things given in here, and expressions we already done. Okay, and how you can write a article using the different papers. So when you write a dissertation in MSc final, so you can easily understand the way of writing a dissertation or article or a research paper. Here you are seeing in the statements a bracket 1, bracket 2 and bracket 3. these are nothing but references. Here you are seeing references. The statements or the things taken from where it is reference, that means it is referred, that means from where it is taken. Reference 1, that means the document is this sensors and low power signal processing. Reference 2, that means standard definitions of terms of antennas. Reference 3 means a note on a simple transmission form. And these articles you can easily search in internet also, and you can also return using these articles your notes. Okay, so don't rely on the content of the Wikipedia, but these references are reliable. If you download these articles, then the things given in these articles are as reliable as your book's content. Okay, further reading is also given. This is a very good book on antenna theory, C.A. Balanis, which is frequently used by researchers in antenna area. Okay, so just for understanding the concepts, and if formulas are given right or in right form, then you can easily take it, but don't rely, there may be some mistakes also there. So how the statements are given? Free space path loss. We already know that in telecommunication, free space path loss is the attenuation of radio energy between the feed points of two antennas that results from the combination of the receiving antenna's capture area plus the obstacle free line of sight path through free space, usually air. This is taken from reference 1. That means when you study the reference 1 and you conclude this statement, and from reference 2, the standard definition of terms of antennas, free space path loss as the, what is free space path loss? Inverted commas. That means in inverted commas the statement is exactly given in that reference. These inverted commas shows that this statement is exactly given in reference to the loss between two isotopic radiators in free space expressed as power ratio. It does not include any power loss in antennas themselves due to imperfections such as resistances, because antennas are not perfect. Okay, free space path loss increases with the square distance between the antennas because the radio waves spread out by inverse square, and decrease with the square of the wavelength of the radio waves. The FSPL is rarely used strain load, but rather a part of Friis transmission formula, a famous formula which includes the gain of the antenna also, and reference is given is 3. Friis transmission formula. It is a factor that must be included in the power link budget of a radio communication system to ensure that sufficient radio power reaches the receiver such that the transmitted signal strength transmitted signal is received intelligibly. Okay, down contents are given here. So when you are in final, then you must prepare a dissertation, and in dissertation the first part is contents. This is given in between, but at the starting you just planning your dissertation. So the planning is equivalent to this article. Here the article is planned. First of all, free space path loss formula is given, influence of distance and frequency derivation, that means Formula derivation, free space path loss in decibels. See also references further written. A small article is given here, but dissertation is a large article, that means 30 to 50 pages article and 5 to 7 chapters. Free space path loss formula. We know that the free space path loss formula from Friis transmission formula, that is reference Friis transmission formula. This states that in a radio system consisting a transmitting antenna, transmitted radio waves to a receiving antenna. Transmitting antenna transmitting radio waves to a receiving antenna. The ratio of the radio wave power received to power transmitted. PR upon PT. Okay. This is reverse of PT upon PR. So formula is reversed. So don't confused. Somewhere taken FR upon PR upon PT, somewhere taken PT upon PR. Okay. DT and DR are directivity of the transmitting antenna. DT and DR are directivity of the transmitting antenna and DR is directivity of receiving antenna. So you can take an PR upon PT and PT upon PR for showing the free space path loss. But when you derive your formula, here this is the only ratio given. From here, if you want to calculate the exact formula, because this is also showing the loss, that means received power is this and transmitted power is this. Okay, but free space path loss is, if you are using the word FSPL, then it is given by upon 4 pi d upon lambda square. Here for isotropic antenna, dt equal to dr equal to 1 has been taken according to reference 5. And the distance between antennas must be large enough that the antennas are far field of each other, that means d greater than lambda, that is reference 4. Since the frequency of a radio wave f is equal to the speed of light c divided by the wavelength, the path loss can also be written in that already we have. Besides the assumption that the antenna are lossless, this assumes that polarization of the antennas is the same. That is, there is no multipath effects and the radio wave path is sufficiently far away from obstructions that it acts as if it is free space. This last restriction requires an ellipsoidal area around the lines of sight out to 0.6 of the Fresnel zone to be clear obstructions. What is Fresnel zone problem? We also learned in the next lectures. The Fresnel zone increases in a diameter with the wavelength of the radio waves. Often the concept of free space path loss is applied to radio systems that do not completely meet these requirements. But these imperfections can be accounted for by small constant power loss factors that can be included in the link puzzle. Okay, link puzzle calculations are also studied in engineering. Influence of distance and frequency. In free space, the intensity of electromagnetic radiation decreases with the distance by inverse square root, because the same amount of power is spread over an antenna proportional to the square of the distance from the source. You know, this is source and this is increasing area. Okay, so this is given the geometrical representation that how inverse square law of decrease in the intensity you can understand easily. The free space loss increases with distance between the antennas and decreases with the wavelength of the radio waves due to these factors. First factor, intensity. The power density of the radio waves decreases with the square of distance from the transmitting antenna due to the spreading of the electromagnetic energy in space according to the inverse square. Antenna capture. Antenna capture area A effect. The amount of power the receiving antenna captures from the radiation field is proportional to a factor called antenna aperture or antenna capture area, which increases with the square of wavelength. Since this factor is not related to radio wave path but becomes from receiving antenna, the term free space path loss is a little misleading. So antenna capture area and intensity are the derivation of formula. We know that radio wave from a transmitting antenna spreads out in spherical waveform. The amount of power passing through any sphere centered on the transmitting antenna is equal the surface. The amount of power passing through any sphere centered on the transmitting antenna is equal. Okay, the surface area of a sphere of radius d is 4 pi d square. Thus, intensity or power density of the radiation in any particular direction from the antenna is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. I proportional to Pt upon 4 pi d square. For an isotropic antenna which radiates equal power in all directions, isotropic antenna, that means equal power distribution in all directions, power density is distributed over the surface of a sphere centered on the antenna. I is given by Pt upon 4 pi d square. The amount of power the receiving antenna receives from this radiation is PR equal to A effective I. PR equal to A effective I. Amount of power receiving antenna receives from this radiation field. Okay, I is intensity and A effective is effective area or aperture of the receiving antenna, which has the units of area. Can be thought of as the amount of area perpendicular to the direction of radio waves from the receiving antenna captures energy. Since the linear dimensions of an antenna scale with the wavelength lambda, the cross-sectional area of an antenna and thus the aperture scales with the square of wavelength lambda square. Reference 6. So, every conclusion or statement given is referred properly when you are writing your research article or dissertation. The way of different, it can be in such kind of point, after point, before point, in superscript, subscript, and any kind of way. In some in foreign writer books, there are also given references. The way is different. The effective area of an isotopic antenna for a derivation of this, see antenna aperture article. That means on internet, antenna aperture article is also given. So if you want to learn about the subsections, that means the small topics, then there is reference also given. So if you go to this article, this is explained very well that what is effective area. Effective area, a lambda square upon 4 pi, that means it depends upon lambda. Combining these, PR equal to this, FSPL is equal to this. Same thing, FSPL in dB, that we already derived. Okay. In decibels also it is given. At last, it is suggested that to understand this article, you can go through these topics also, so you can easily understand. References are given. Hence, this is the way to understand the article in the research field also. So you can understand your classroom topic or research paper, or if any kind of chapters given in foreign writer books. So references are used in different kinds of approaches. Hence, we understand the free space path laws in different kinds of approaches. Okay. Thanks to all of you.